Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to try something a little bit different. This is going to be a video about Uranus in the first house, and I'm totally trying something different. I'm a tarot reader, if some of you don't know. So what I decided to do is let the cards dictate what we can know about Uranus in the first house. And so I asked the cards what would be some feelings that Uranus in the first house would have, that person, like what would they feel having that placement. And then I also asked the cards what would a person with that placement want out of life, like what would their intentions be. And then I also asked the cards what you could expect from a person with this placement, and then also some advice for a person with this placement. I did that, and I asked the cards, and I just did it, and it's pretty cool. So let's get started. Okay, so if you have Uranus in the first house, these are some feelings that you might get caught up in, might just feel like this is you. This is something that is unshakable. We have Four of Wands. Now, Four of Wands is a card of feeling liberated. It's a card of being out in the open. It's freedom. It's being outdoors. Now, if you know anything about Uranus, if you don't, I'll tell you. It is the planet of freedom, and it's also correlated with Aquarius, and that's, some real freedom-loving energy there. So this card about being, celebrating freedom, that is what's coming to my mind. That is the impression that I'm getting for people with Uranus in the first house. They really want to celebrate their freedom, and they love people. They love being alone, but they also love people. Okay? But this card is really telling me celebrate the freedom. And then this card kind of made me laugh because this is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is about letting things bind you, mainly fears and anxieties. But what I'm picking up for how a person would feel is that they don't want any bondage, anything to bind them, and they are really sometimes caught up in their nerves, and their nervous system is very quick because they're very changeable. So sometimes, these fears can really hold them back, and a lot of times they're imaginary fears. So that's one way of looking at it. And then the other way, back to what I was saying about not wanting anything to hold them back because they love their freedom, this is really saying, they won't let anything in the long run keep them from experiencing what they want to experience. And it's a lot. They want to experience a lot from life. And they're into something 1 minute and completely changing and doing something the next. Eclectic, yes. Eccentric, very. Most of the time, weird. But weird's not bad. I love weird. I'm weird. You're probably weird. Yes, so the next card we have going forward is the Seven of Pentacles for how a person with Uranus in the first house might feel. And this card really resonates because looking at it, it is about work and applying your skills, putting your, this is the Eight of Pentacles, putting your nose to the grindstone, perfecting your skills, your craft. So it's really about using all the talents, though, because when you have Uranus in the first house, you have many interests, you have many talents, you have many skills, and you're constantly, like, something is always grabbing your attention and sucking you in, and you're really into projects. You're really into school, or a lot of people who have a strong Uranus placements are actually, I don't want to say anti-school, but really, again, with that independence comes an independent thinker, so that they think outside of the box and they think outside of schools. and corporations and things like that. So they can be really into doing their own thing, and astrologers even, that kind of thing, or whatever, make canoes for a living, that's that type of thing. So it's really about these people getting into a skill and honing it, and it shows the focus that goes into the part of life that's exciting to them, because they're really enchanted by life, really enchanted by different things. And when I say different things, I literally mean different things, going back to them being eclectic and eccentric and unique, so unique. Okay, so moving forward, I asked sort of like, what do they want? And this is all going to tie together with how they feel about themselves and how they feel in life having this placement. What do they want? They're humanitarians, okay? So the Six of Cups, they want world peace. They want people to get along. They want to help their neighbor, okay? They also, they want to get along with their brothers and sisters, They want to see people be treated equal, okay? They're really into equality, again, for the underdog, humanitarians, that type of thing. And that's the Six of Cups. That's what I'm getting here from the Six of Cups here. Some people might say that this card, is all about nostalgia and, reliving memories, peaceful memories of the past. And, a lot of that's true, but coming through, again, this is my take, my impressions with these cards that I'm getting for you guys. This is more about being friendly, okay, and helping someone out. And really being there for someone who is suffering, or being proactive in the community for charities, or volunteer work, or really having a heart and being affected by those that are not as well off, or who are suffering, who are that kind of thing. I know you can catch my drift by now. Okay, so then another card that I got is the Ace of Pentacles for what they want in life, and this is opportunity for growth, because they're forward thinkers, okay, and they think big and they think about the future. So this is looking at life as that life gives you gifts, and they all but you have to go for it. And so Uranus in the first house is really thinking, how can they go big, and how can they receive what life has to offer, and really make positive change in the world, and really make them feel like they are an agent of change and positive change. And then going forward, I asked, what can you expect from this person? So if you are this person with Uranus in the first house, this is how some results that would come from your life. Wheel of Fortune, okay? Wheel of Fortune is fluid. It is going with the flow. It is moving forward. It is, this too shall pass. It is, moment to moment. And it really is being mindful and being aware. And again, this is tying into that changeability, that, that quickness that is the, Uranus mind. And the Wheel of Fortune is, again, also wanting positive change going forward. So you can expect these people to go with the flow, to be, current in affairs, and to be mindful and with it in the moment, and future thinkers and going forward. And that would be the Wheel of Fortune. What else do we have here? We have what else you can expect from them. You have Two of Wands. Now this is starting projects. This is someone who has that outlook of, I can do this, I'm going to start this, okay? And they are always ready to start from the beginning. These people bounce back also, from like setbacks and rock bottoms really fast, so that they're able to make, be the comeback kid, or, make that comeback and really start over if they need to. If they don't need to, they can, and they will like to. Because one of the things that also I'm getting from this placement is they can have a little bit of an unruliness to them, to chaos, to you know, a lot, falling victim to a lot of commotion, to where they're like struggling and fighting with others, because they might not let others in on their might not appreciate others' perspectives because they're so into their own. Okay, so with that chaos can come sometimes the rug being pulled from out underneath them and them having to start over. So, but then this card also talks about them just like being in the thick of it, and them being not necessarily totally competitive, but you know, they're going to give it their best shot, and they're going to get out there and they're going to you know, be networking and talking with others. That's what this card is about being with others in the action. And with that can come conflict. But at the same time, it's sharing the ideas, and it's putting the energy and the effort out there, and it is being a part of the whole, you know, the hive, the honeycomb, so, you know, the world. So yes. So I'm going to move on with some advice for Uranus in the first house. There's two cards that I picked, and the first one is the Hierophant, and this is going to say that sometimes it's okay to play by the rules. Okay, sometimes it's okay to follow a guidebook or the guidelines, and not to create so much mystery around what you do. Definitely stay true to you, but sometimes just know that a little bit of conformity won't kill you. And then the next card is the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is saying to you as a word of caution and advice that don't take on so much, that you have so many ideas going that nothing gets done, you know, and that nothing comes to fruition, or that you're totally confused all the time because you don't know where to put your energy and effort because everything's like eye candy to you. But this card is also saying that in your life, because you have a changeable nature and you are just aligned with change, you will have so many opportunities to do different things, to start over, or to be many things at once, to have many jobs. And these opportunities and these new people, these things will continuously come into your life. So that was that, and that was new for me to do. And I feel like I was able to tap into spirit and get some impressions with the cards, which is really what I love to do in readings. So I thought I'd take an interesting twist and ask the cards what they could tell us about Uranus in the first house. And that is what we got. So with that, please leave me any comments. If you have this placement, or if you know of anybody, or if you liked what I did here, that'd be awesome. Yeah, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do some more. That was kind of fun. I've never done that style before. So thank you so much for watching. Also, if you are interested in getting a reading from me, you can at my website at deepseamercury.com. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye-bye. Mwah.